Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Saturday Relive Business Success Training. My name is Richard Vance. Excuse me, I have a bit of a froggy throat this morning. It's a little early over here on the West Coast, but I'm happy to be coming to you from California, and welcome to your Relive Success Training this morning. And thank you for making a great decision to be part of our program this morning. And let's see, Dawn, you may want to mute yourself.
I'm trying.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for making the decision to be part of this training this morning. It's really part of our Relive Success system. The fact that we get together on a regular basis and review the various rudiments of doing this business. It's a simple business, but part of that is engaging in training and being able to just kind of learn again those things that we know we should be doing in this business to be successful. So let's get started. I'm going to first start by talking about myself and my wife, Linda. In fact, it was Linda who introduced me to Relive, over 21 years ago. She came up to Northern California where I lived. She was building her Relive business. At the time, she was about 7 years into her Relive business. And she came up to Northern California to help a family friend of hers, a gentleman by the name of Nick Priest, who was my neighbor, get started in this business. He was 60 years of age. He had sold a successful company, a food brokerage company, thought he was pretty set for life. And through a variety of different business transactions, he found himself kind of upside down and actually in his early 60s looking for income. She came up to Northern California, joined him, and partnered with him to help build a Relive business. Actually took him to the level of presidential silver ambassador, built a six-figure retirement income for him, and today he's living a great life as a result of their partnership. Well, that partnership also led to my partnership with Linda. We got to meet during that time and date with each other. At the time, I was an executive with Bank of America. I was managing a division of their technology, their desktop technology. And I was 20 years into that business. What I found interesting is even as an executive with 20 years with that company, my income wasn't much better than Linda's after 7 years with Relive. And folks, this is where I discovered the power of being an entrepreneur, being your own boss. Because no matter how long I stayed with that company, someone was always going to be in control of my income. Someone was always going to tell me how much I was going to make each year. And Linda went out and worked a little harder and she doubled her income. And a few years later, she doubled it again. In fact, she got her income up over 42,000 in a calendar month. And trust me, there was no way in the world that bank was ever going to pay me that kind of money. Well, we've been married now for 21 years, and that certainly was a blessing. But I guess the second blessing in my life was when I hit 55 years of age. I had 30 years with that company. And the company was going through some changes that I didn't agree with. We were actually going into the recession of 2008, 2009. And the company was making cutbacks that were difficult. And the job I had loved wasn't going to be the job going forward. They were going to change things in a way that just wasn't what I wanted to do. And Linda came to me and said, you don't have to do that. You have choices. See, all the people that worked for me, they needed that job. And she said, you have choices in life that others don't have. And it was as a result of the Relive business. Well, one of those choices was I got to take an early retirement. They actually were able to package me out in a very, very kind way. Wasn't quite a golden parachute, but it had a silver lining to it. And it was, and it really set me off in a way that I thought, okay, this is a great way to start the second chapter in my life. And I started looking at other things like consulting and going back into technology that I understood. And again, Linda came to me and said, you could do that. You could go back into an office again for 14 hours a day, if that's what you want to do. She goes, I want to travel. She goes, with my business, I have freedom. I have freedom to choose what I want to do and do it when I want to do it. And she goes, I want to travel, and I'm going to travel with or without you. So you can either go into those other businesses or you can join me in my Relive business. And so, being the smart man that I am, I chose to join Linda in Relive 13 years ago. And it's been incredible. See, I knew Relive worked. See, I'd watched Linda build her business and I'd watched lives changed. I didn't have to be convinced that this was the right business. I didn't have to be convinced that Relive works. I saw the changes in people's health. I saw the changes in people's financial situation as we had gone through that recession, as we had gone through that financial difficulty of 2008, 2009. I saw people save their homes as a result of Relive income. So I knew this business worked. And it was an easy decision then to jump in with my wife and work together. But I had one caveat to join her in this business, and that was I had been around Relive. I had met all the corporate people. I had been to many conferences, but I had never done the business. What I needed was training. What I needed was a mentor. And so I asked her to be my mentor, to teach me how to do this business properly, how to grow a business, because I didn't want to just jump in thinking I knew what I was doing. And so she became my mentor. She trained me. And I think one of the stories there is, no matter how long you've been around Relive, you can always learn. You can always grow, and you should. Learning is a constant evolution. And I think coming back to these trainings on Saturday morning, whether you've been in the business for 3 months, 3 days, or 30 years, I think is important. So thank you for being here this morning, and let's get started. When we're talking about learning and we're talking about growing a business, I think one of the things I like to start with is leadership principles, because ultimately, whether you're brand new in this business or whether you've been in this business for a long time, it's all about seeing yourself as a leader, seeing yourself as the owner of your business, and growing into that role. And so here are a few things that I think are important as far as leadership is concerned. I think leaders are always positive. And boy, if you've been around Relive for any length of time, you're around a lot of positive people. Leaders take constant action. They're setting appointments. They're sponsoring people. And by the way, we always practice with integrity. And I think this is another touchstone of Relive and who we are as people. I think we tend to conduct our businesses with very high integrity. And it actually starts with the company itself, how this company was founded around family values. And those family values, even though we're 33 years old, they're still there. So I think it starts from the top, and it emanates out to all of us as distributors. Leaders shine the light on others. It's one of the things I enjoyed most in my corporate job was it wasn't about me. Excuse me. It wasn't about me. It was about the people that I had hired, the people that were around me doing great work, and the people that were customer facing. They were the ones who got the work done. And so I always tried to shine the light on them and make sure that they felt not only rewarded, but also valued. And leaders are a product of the product. We love these products. These products have given me an incredible level of health. And I love telling people about that. And leaders build teams. You grow your business by building a team around you. This is your business. But it is best done when you form a team around you so that you can work together. You have greater strength in doing that, and you can reach so many more people. So the basics of my training come down to this. And I think the basics of building a Relive business come down to these 3 Ps. The 3 Ps of Relive success. It's all about people. It's about our products, and it's about the process in which we do our business. And all 3 of those together equal growth. So let's talk about people first. If you are always bringing new people to Relive, you will succeed. There's just no question. It may not be right out of the gate, but if you're constantly bringing new people to Relive, you will succeed. And you create a living list. I'm sure when you were first introduced to Relive, the person who sponsored you said, let's put a list together without thinking about it. Let's put all the names down we can of people you want to talk to. So you create a living list of those you know who need, well, think about it, better health. They want that dream vacation. They want a better retirement. I do. Child's education. If they're younger, they're helping their child, so that the child doesn't graduate from school with a mortgage on their back. Some people want to lose weight. They want to address certain health issues. Others, like myself, were looking just for prevention in their health. And finally, something I think we can all agree on, we all want to live our best life. And I think we can do that with Relive. People will tell you what concerns them. Our role is to listen. Our role is to listen to what concerns them and see if we can come up with a solution that fits their needs. I always like this question and that I use, very frequently, and that is, what keeps you up at night? Or what is it that you think about when you wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning? Is it your health? Is it someone in your family? Is it financial? There's a lot of people waking up today concerned about their financial status or their situation, the stability of their family. And we have solutions. We just need to listen to what their concerns are and match it with the solution. So constantly connect with your ever-growing list. Ask for referrals always. It's not always about who you know. It's very much about who they know. Who do your prospects know who might have needs? So you want to be, working with them and developing that prospect list and referral list, growing larger and larger organizations. Actively engage in activities with others. I think this is important, and something that we've kind of lost over the last 2 years. I think it's one of the things that I miss the most, that through circumstances, we haven't always had the opportunity to get together in groups. It's one of the reasons I'm really looking forward, by the way, to the national conference with Relive next spring. It's going to be amazing to get together again. And finally, build a social media presence. And, you don't have to be an Instagram guru to build a social media presence. And I don't mean, one of those angry people out there. You know what? If you're sharing pictures of your grandkids or your pets or whatever, try to expand your social network beyond Relive friends into other areas and find people with common likes and interests, so that you can go into these various groups, these social media groups, and meet new people. And in doing that, as you're developing a relationship, and this is what we're a relationship business, as you're developing a relationship, you can always open up and share a little bit about something you're doing in life. And it might just fall on the right ears, and somebody might really want to join you in what you're doing. Set appointments and share the Relive story. Again, this is all about people. So what are we doing? We're sharing videos. We're doing online presentations. We're doing, personal presentations at Starbucks. Throw a party. I love throwing a party. And it is, anybody who knows me, all my distributors, they know that when you bring a brand new person in, what is the first thing you want to do with that person? You want to throw a party. If that person's local, get together that person, get as many people as you can together, and throw a party. When somebody gets that first order and it drops on their doorstep, and they're looking at it and they're a little concerned about whether they're going to be able to move that product or not, throw a party. Get people together and watch that product go out the door. Learn to listen. I'm going to go back to this time and time again, because I think it is probably, of all the business tools that you have available to you, is your ability to listen. People will tell you what they want. You show them how Relive can help. Paint the big picture. Don't try to just paint one side of the picture of Relive. If somebody is concerned about their health, certainly tell them about the products and the life-changing effects people have had with these products. but make sure you also let them know that there's a business side. And when they're ready, you'd love to be able to tell them more about that too. Remember, the most important connectors are stories. It's all about stories at Relive. We don't have to be scientists. We don't have to know all the components that's in the can, that kind of thing. All we need to do is put great stories in front of people and have them hear from real people getting real results. And always let people know this is a fun business. Show your enthusiasm. Always be positive. The second P is products. And I'm going to talk about products just briefly here. And there's so much stuff out there and that you can look at for yourself. But a few key things that I think are important when we talk about products. First of all, Relive makes advanced nutrition simple. That's the best way we can talk about these products. It's just amazing nutrition made simple. Use the company materials and expertise. Don't make up stuff on your own. Why waste your time? The company produces such amazing marketing material on each of the products. Those product flyers are one of my favorites. When I'm sitting down at an appointment with somebody, especially if I know already that they have certain health issues, I've printed out some of those really beautiful, colorful product flyers that are found on our website and under the distributor tools. And I have them ready. I have them in a folder that I provide to them so that they can walk away and they can read more about specific products. If they have joint issues, I've printed out the Arthropect flyer and it's sitting in a folder for them. The same way with the basic nutrition, or maybe anti-aging is their thing, and that reverse age flyer is sitting in there, and they can read more about it. I don't have to be the expert, so we keep it simple for new people to get started too. Listen to their needs, suggest a solution. I'm going to say here again, don't overwhelm them with stuff. Just listen to their needs and make things simple to start. Build your own story, you get your own results. Make sure that you're also taking these products. We should all be taking these products, and through taking those products, we have our own health results that we can share with people. We all need to move more, eat smarter, enjoy your Relive products, get fit. Remember, you're a walking billboard for Relive. It's hard to talk about health to somebody when you're not healthy, when you're not fit, when you're not an example of what these products can be for them. So we want to be our best selves too. The Epigenetic Nutrition Company. I will say this till the day this company closes its doors, if it ever does, and that is, we are the Epigenetic Nutrition Company. I think one of the things that makes us so unique in this industry is the fact that we have epigenetic nutrition through our Lunison products. They are amazing, and the benefits that people are receiving are just incredible. And I think we're going to know more and more about the benefits of these products as time goes on. Science is catching up with us. We actually jumped into this so far ahead of the industry. I think it's just something that's going to the industry is going to catch up to, and we're going to be leaders in this. We have 10 U.S. patents. It makes us unique in the industry right there. The fact that we have 10 patents on our food formulations and the effectiveness those products have. We have multiple independent studies verifying the efficacy of those products. I'm going to recommend to everybody, please do not overprescribe these products. These are not medications. Don't go into an appointment, thinking that you have to tailor just the right products for people. You're not a physician trying to, like these are medications. What we want to do is we want to make it simple. We want people to get results fast. So we start people with basic foundational nutrition to get them started, and then we can always add to them. It's harder to take things away. So don't prescribe, don't be a scientist. Don't be the person who tries to be a Dr. Galvez and talk all about, histone acetylation and things like that, and try to talk science. It's not who we are. And it's not something that somebody joining you in business will feel that they can do. If somebody is looking to join you in business, they want to know that it's simple. It's something that they can do easily. So don't try to be that scientist. Don't be the smart person in the room, and avoid overselling. It's great to get that, $300-400 order from somebody who just piled on all kinds of products for 1 month, but they can't sustain it. They're not going to be back in month number 2. What you really want is you want somebody who starts simple and gets great results and orders month after month after month. And they start getting great results, and they come back and they say, hey, what else do you have? Because those products work. I'm sleeping better. I feel better. I have more energy. Man, I really would like to address those joint issues. That Arth effect you talked about, I think I'd like to add that. And that's how the relationship works. So don't pile it on in the beginning. Start them simple. Let them get their results, and then make sure that they understood that there's other products that can help them. Let's talk about core nutrition. This is really the foundation of who we are at Relive. People get amazing results just starting one of these products, whether it be the Now with whey or soy, our classic product, and certainly our kids product. All of them have an amazing balance of nutrients that help people build a great foundational health. So we help people get started. Typically, my first order to somebody is one of these products and the Lunar Rich X product. Sometimes we'll add a fiber or we'll add an Energize to that, but really just starting them out on those 2 products alone are going to help them get great results. All the targeted formulas. One of the things that I think has really made Relive a standout in the wellness industry is that very early on, Dr. Hastings, and began with Dr. Colores and then Dr. Hastings, really understood that the niche for nutrition was not just foundational health, but addressing some of the chronic health issues of our country, or really of the world, with nutrition. I mean, we became such a prescribed society. We have a pill for this and a pill for that, and all kinds of stuff, whether it be heart disease, diabetes, weight loss, all these different things. There's a pill for that. Well, yeah, there's all kinds of medications, and there's all kinds of side effects that come with those medications. And Dr. Hastings saw early on that if they could address those chronic health issues nutritionally in a healthy way, then we'd be better off as a society. And so things like building for heart health, to reduce cholesterol, to reduce blood sugars, and control diabetic conditions, go after those achy joints and joint degeneration that aging brings on or injury brings on with a product like Arth Effect. Our women's health, there's hormone replacement therapy as you get older, and a lot of women saw the dangers in that, and taking our Soy Essentials product is so much safer and effective. So we developed a whole suite of products that address the various life issues that come along. And so get to know these. And again, you don't need to know what's in every one of them, but understand at least one salient fact about each product. So when somebody asks you about a product, you can say, oh, that Glucofect product, yeah, it actually was used in a human clinical trial, and in 8 weeks, people saw a 30% reduction in blood sugars. And by the way, they also lost about 18 pounds of belly fat during that same period of time. Now, I don't really need to know anything else about Glucofect other than that, just to say that. I don't need to know what's in it. I do know what's in it, but I don't need to say it. I can tell people just that one fact. And you can, if you go through each of the product, there's at least one thing that you can say about that product that will grab somebody's attention. The RLV hemp extract products. This was an amazing ad a few years ago, and it's a growing list of products. I use these products. Let me just tell you. First of all, I love the melatonin product. Excuse me. I still have an early morning throat here. The melatonin product is one of my best sellers. People just love this product. And who knew that people, had trouble sleeping? The ability to take something natural that will help you have great restful sleep without any kind of a hangover, a drug effect afterwards. I had so many people telling me, "Oh yeah, I was trying this product or that product to try to sleep better, but I felt terrible when I woke up." And now they use the Relive hemp extract with melatonin and tryptophan in it, and it's an amazing product. The Protect product that I use twice every day. This is an amazing product. You don't always feel it working, and that's okay, but I know it is. And I know it's doing the right things for my body to help protect my body. And when you get to my age, and I am 68, um, for me, it's all about prevention. It's all about living my best life and having it go on years and years ahead, and being vital right on through my 70s and 80s and beyond that. So Protect is a big part of my nutritional regime every day. So I'm going to leave products now. And again, there's all kinds of great information. If you're interested in any of these products, learning more about them, delve into the website. There's a ton of great information there that you can find. So let me talk about the third P, and that's process, and it's how we do this business. And I think these are the critical points right here, these 5 points on how we build this business. And it begins with developing your Relive story. And that's really when you come into this company, whether you come in as a customer or whether you come in as a distributor, you're developing your Relive story by consuming these products, getting results, and being around Relive and understanding more about the company and what we do and why we're here. Ixar, there's somebody unmuted. Could I ask them to mute their line, please? Ixar is really a great onboarding program that Relive has come up with. It's a simple program, and it's how we get people started in this business, how we onboard them. And whether they're a customer or a distributor, it's really the same process. And I'm going to go through that briefly in a moment. Learn the compensation plan. When you make the decision to become a Relive distributor, one of the first things that I have my new person do is learn the Relive compensation plan. I think it's vital that they do this. And I think it's just one of the first building blocks of building the business, because if you come into this company and you are excited, you are now a Relive distributor, you're going to share these Relive products with people. And you talk to your best friend, and your best friend says, "Boy, these products look great. Tell me about the products." And you go, "Well, we start people simple. You just take this and take this, you're going to get great results. And I'm so excited. I'm going to make a great business out of this." And they go, "Well, tell me how you make money then. It sounds like you're really excited." If you look at them like a deer in the headlights and you have no clue on how you're going to make money, they're not really going to have a lot of trust in you, and they're not likely to join you. So understanding the compensation plan is vital. Become a certified Relive distributor. And I think this is, again, something that everyone, when they first come into Relive, should do. It's a great little learning program that you get a certificate at the end. And what it does is it really gives you some great background on who we are as a company, how we got founded. It takes you through the various principles of our business, whether it be the products, our branding, our marketing, and also our compliance, how to do this business ethically and how to do it properly. And you get a great certificate at the end showing that you understand all the principles of how to do this business in an ethical, proper way. And finally, build your team. And that's the fifth process. And I think that is absolutely vital for building a large, sustainable business. So let's touch on each of these really quick. And it begins with developing your story. So in 1 minute or less, this is what we want to do. We want to learn how to convey to other people something about our personal Relive story, whether it be our health story or whether it be our business story. And we want to keep it really short. We say a minute or less. A lot of people refer to this as kind of our elevator speech. How do you grab somebody's attention in less than a minute? And we do it very simply. We kind of have a format for it. So if you're new at this, it basically involves when you talk to somebody or you're asked to share your story, let's say on a call, a three-way call or a Zoom or that kind of thing. You want to start by sharing your name, who you are, where you live. And that's important because people connect very often with other people based on regional things, where they live. Maybe they're close to them. Your career or profession, that's also important. It's an optional thing, but you can throw that in because, again, people connect with people of like interests or like careers. Life before you were introduced to Relive, what were your concerns as far as your health is concerned, or your financial situation? And then life after Relive, what is your experience after being involved with Relive? We never make medical claims or cures. I mean, we all know people, including myself, who have had amazing health results as a result of using these products. But we have to be careful about making claims of medical cures and healing and such. And that's really just part of our compliance issue. So there's ways of doing it. And you're going to talk as you get involved in Relive, you're going to work with your upline and work with compliance to be able to hone your story into using just the right phrases and right terminology that that not only protects your business, protects the Relive company, and actually still gets the point across as to how well these products work. So real story and real results. I did not set up stories this morning. And I had a few things going on this week, including eye surgery, but that's not an excuse. Really, what my thought here is this. Do we have anybody on our training this morning? Because again, this is a training. This is a safe space. This is where we come to learn things. Is there anybody on our training this morning that typically doesn't tell their story, hasn't been asked to tell their story in a call, a Zoom, or that kind of thing? Maybe you're relatively new. Maybe you've only been using Relive now for a few months. Is there anyone on here who would like to share their story? And again, there's no perfect way of doing this. We'd love to hear your story on, you can be a health story or a business story, but a health story is easy if you've just recently started on Relive. So I'm going to open it up and just say, is there anyone who would like to volunteer this morning and tell your Relive story?
Leslie would.
Excellent. Well, Leslie, if you could come on, I'm going to go back one step. Here's the framework that we use. Again, your name, where you live. You can say what you do or not, and life before you were introduced to Relive, and your experience since being introduced to Relive. So Leslie, welcome.
Hi, my name is Leslie Joe Skiro, and I live in Weatherford, Texas, outside of Dallas-Fort Worth. And I'm self-employed. I clean houses, and I'm also an organizer. And just started back into the Relive business. I've been on the Relive product since 2010. But due to COVID and loss of income, when I wasn't doing Relive as a business, I couldn't afford it, and I got off the product. And boy, I could tell a difference. IBS came back, anxiety came back. One thing I did continue to take was the Relive capsule zone. I think that really helped me just kind of get through that whole COVID pandemic year. So recently I'm back on the product, and one of my favorite products I'm using right now is the 24K. I just started it a couple weeks ago. And life's been a little bit stressed. I'm a caregiver for an adult daughter who's been diagnosed with adult onset Tourette syndrome and multiple mental illnesses. And I cannot believe how calm I am around her. I don't wake up obsessing or worrying about what's going to happen that day. And so, yeah, I'm just very excited to be back on 24K. And my daughter's taking it as well. And I can see improvement in her as well with her energy level.
Wow, Leslie, thank you. Now your timing was good. Your flow was good. You hit all the major points. And by the way, your story is one that a lot of people need to hear right now. Boy, there are a lot of stressed out people these days, and the fact that you mentioned a product that that helps with that, helps bring clarity and calm and such. It's brain food, that 24K. Wow, perfect. Well, thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to volunteer? Again, this is a safe space. You're among friends here. So if you haven't told your story in a while and would like to share, please come on the line.
Richard,
No.
looking at the list, most of the people have already shared.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's move on. And Leslie, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story this morning. Just briefly, my story, I've always been that healthy guy. I've, when I was introduced to these products, it was really all about prevention. And until I had a typical annual physical, and my doctor suggested that I start on Lipitor, start on a statin drug, because I have a family history of heart disease. And I really didn't want to do that. And at that time, Relive had just come out with a product for heart health. I started using that product, got great results, was able to reduce my cholesterol naturally. Well, I did have a wake-up call. Last December, I had a mild heart attack. And it turned out I had one clogged artery, and they were able to repair that with a stent. But during that time, the doctor, boy, they ran every test they could on my heart at that time. He came back and said, your heart is actually in amazing shape, with the exception of that one artery that was giving you problems. You have the heart of a person probably 20 years younger and an athlete. And I was amazed by that. I love that, because I do have a family history of heart disease. And I was concerned. But he came back and said, you have an amazingly healthy heart, except for that one issue. We've taken care of that. He goes, you got a lot of mileage left on that heart. So I do think that Relive products, and taking the products specifically for heart health and the Lunar Rich products, have really kept my heart in great shape. And I will always be taking these products. So let's move on to XR. And as I mentioned before, XR is kind of our onboarding process. These are the simple steps we go through to identify people, tell them the Relive story, and bring them on board. So XR, growth, both business and personal, comes from being in a constant state of learning. And I believe this. I think we should always be in a state of learning throughout our lives. So it begins with identifying people. And if you're brand new to this business, undoubtedly your upline said, again, let's build a list of all the people you know, and without giving any consideration at all about whether they need something for their health or they need more money, let's just put names down. And probably even helped with little ticklers like, are you people in your church, the people in your your bocce team, and or if you do that, or your surf team here in Southern California, whatever it be, who are the people that you get together with, and just put names down. You start building that list of contacts that you want to get in touch with. And you really want to do this in conjunction with your upline. And if you are an upline that on the training, make sure that you're working with those brand new people to help build these lists of prospects. Now, here's a mistake that I think some people make, and it's just my thing. And that is, when you bring a brand new person in and they start building that list, do not wait until that list is complete. Do not wait until it's all, categorized and, you got all the right numbers and all the right, columns and this, that, and the other on it. You want to take that brand new person and have them get in front of somebody as quickly as possible. In fact, very often when I have somebody sign up either as a distributor or as a master affiliate right out of the gate, the first thing I ask them is, okay, you're excited right now. Who do you want to talk to? Who's the first person that came to your mind? Let's call them now. Let's talk to them right now. Let's invite them to an opportunity to sit down and get into more detail. We're not going to hose them with Relive. Let's touch base with somebody right now while you're excited. Because if you wait, that excitement begins to fade. When they sign up as a master affiliate, as an example, and if you wait a week, you wait 2 weeks, that finally the product arrives a week later and they're looking at all those boxes and they're going, oh my gosh, what have I done? And if you haven't talked to the first person, for 2-3 weeks out, you've lost that excitement, and you want to keep that going. So make sure that you're connecting people right away. And I think it's just vital. Which brings us to the next step, is connect. And that is, you're going to connect with that person, and you're not going to really tell them the whole Relive story. What you want to do is you just want to make a connection with a friend, a family member, whoever it is, and say, I found something really exciting. I want to schedule some time. I want to get together with you and tell you more about it. Nothing I can do over the phone, because you need to see this. And I'm excited by it. And I really would love your thoughts on it. I really, really value your opinion. So let's schedule some time. I'd really love to have you see what I'm doing. I'm very excited by it. And so you make a connection with that person. And finally, then you turn around and you share the story. You share the whole story of Relive. And you can easily just use our opportunity presentation or our presentation book and just go step by step. And if you're brand new in this business, just read it. Just read the words on the page or read the words on the slide. If they're on your laptop or your iPad as you're sitting in a Starbucks, and just share with somebody what it says. But again, keep your excitement level up. And make sure that they understand that this is something really positive. This is a positive step in your life and in their life. And finally, we ask for a decision. And that's the easiest part of all. That when you get to the end of the presentation, you just say, I am so excited by this, and I'd love to have you as a partner. How would you like to get started? And then just let it go. Don't keep talking. Just how would you like to get started today? And just leave it in their court to make a decision. Do they want to become a customer today? Do they want to join you as a partner in business and maybe come in at a quick start or jump in at that master affiliate level? And when they make that decision, then immediately go right to register and go. Get them signed up as a customer, signed up as a preferred customer, signed up as a new quick start or a master affiliate. Get them started. And then follow up. The go part of that, the register is easy. The go part of that is you're going to be following up with them. You're going to be working with that person, because you're going to be building a partnership, a relationship with that person. Whether they be a customer or whether they be a distributor, you're going to build a relationship with that person as they start going through their Relive journey, as they start getting the results on the Relive products, as they start getting the results as a Relive distributor, sharing products with others. Now, I'm not going into great detail on these. Obviously, I went through it very quickly. Here's what I recommend to you. If you're new in this business, go to the Relive website. There are great little videos for each of these steps. And I think between watching those videos and the support of your upline, and by the way, always use your upline. I am a big believer in that. Using the wealth of experience that comes with your upline is vital. And you can go through each of these steps. When I told Linda that I needed a mentor, this is what she did for me. Very often I would get on a story call or business call with her as a silent partner. I'd be the fly on the wall, and I would listen to her. And I'd listen to how she talked to people for the very first time, how she got their interest, and how she helped show them the whole story of Relive, and how she helped them understand the benefit that it had for them. It was always about them. It was not about what was going to benefit Linda. It was about what benefited the other person. And I kept listening to that. And one of the things I came away with was Linda had all the right words for Linda, but they weren't my words. And here's what I would say to you, especially if you're brand new, there are no magic words to say. Somebody cannot write a script for you that is going to guarantee you success. What you need to hear, though, is your own voice. And that is, when you hear other people who are successful talking to people and getting people interested and bringing people on, you have that ability to through three-way calls and such, to have that kind of mentorship. What you hear are the principal points that the person is trying to make. And so what you do is you find your own voice and you put them in your own words. in a way that when you're talking to a family member, when you're talking to a friend, somebody who knows you, they know that you're authentic. They know that you are talking from your heart and not from a script of somebody else. And that's why I avoid putting scripts together for people. I love to have people listen to me. I love getting on calls. And yes, I tend to get kind of verbose. I tend to talk a bit. But part of that is when I'm talking to somebody, I'm not lecturing people. What I'm doing is I'm having a conversation with people. I connect with people by building that relationship through a conversation. I listen to them and I do what I call active learning. I listen to them and I confirm what I heard. I talk back to them and say, okay, so what I'm understanding is this, and this is a concern of yours. So what if we did this? Would that be of value to you? And then I listen again. And so that's the best way I think of connecting with people, is having that conversation, not lecturing them, not schooling them, but listening to them and having a great conversation. So go through those videos. I think you're going to get the basics of how this program works. And again, it's just a simple onboarding. Do not make it complicated. It's not something that takes a long time. It's not something that you have to study for a long time. It's really better to jump in and do it, and you learn by doing. Now, I believe that XR is the perfect half to the other half, and that is our promo 123. Because the things you're doing in XR, as far as bringing people on, either as customers, preferred customers, distributors, especially doing those quick starts, or master affiliate, all lead you to this, and that is succeeding in promo 123. They are the perfect 1-2 in our business. And as long as these two stay together, I think it's just going to fuel our business stronger and stronger. So it's a bonus program that rewards you for bringing on customers. If you have 5 active customers, each doing $100 in volume in a single month, you're going to get a $100 product credit to you. That's $100 worth of free product. If you have 10 customers, active customers doing $100 or more in a single month within your genealogy, you're going to get a $200 product credit. That's easy. That's just a matter of bringing in happy customers, helping them get great results, and they're ordering month after month. And by the way, the preferred customer is the best way to do that, because those products are going out on a regular basis, month after month, to that person. And you know that each month that product is going to be ordered on time. Promo 2 is our business, really a great business builder, and that's our quick start bonus. This is helping onboard somebody in a very easy way, a very cost-effective way, at a discount, but at the same time, it's earning you great bonus money. So, 2 quick starts in a month. I love this. $100 bonus money in your pocket. I mean, this is a great new form of income. It's not just about our override income or our wholesale income. It's a bonus income can actually add a tremendous amount of money to your monthly check. 3 quick starts, you get that extra $150 on top of it, making for $250 in bonus money just for bringing 3 quick starts on in a single month. And finally, bring on that master affiliate. Bring on a full-time business partner who's going to help you build your business, and at the same time, they're building their business. And that's that master affiliate level for $250. Do all 3, and that's, first of all, that's $500 of cash coming to you that month, and you throw in an extra $100 or $200 worth of product credit on top of it. That's a great boost to your income every month. Now, normally at this time, we also would have our top 3 bonus, but we don't have that over the next 2 months because we have I'm going to talk about that later. I'll save that for later. Big surprise. Okay, the next process is build your team. And this is vital. And I think it's something we overlook very often. We look at ourselves singularly as our business owner, and we're growing our personal business. We have to really look at this more as building a great team around us. We are so much more successful when we do that. And that's where our growth is going to come. It's by helping not only grow our business personally, but also helping grow people around us. So when you add team members, your business grows. Building a team helps you level up on the road to PD. Those are the milestones that let us know that our business is growing. When we hit key director and senior director and master director, that's a milestone to show you that your business is moving forward, that you're growing, that your organization is growing. Make sure you keep your business in balance. Our business should always be in balance. It's not about just bringing on distributors, wholesalers, and master affiliates. We need those customers. In fact, very often, it's your customers who are going to bring your first paycheck to you. And it's going to help build consistency within your business, is having that group of customers who are ordering month after month after month. That helps build sustainability in your business. It helps meet our maintenance goals every month. So build a great balance of customers and distributors. Here's my challenge to you. Is your business growing? Is it going forward, or is it going backwards? We look at our checks. We look at our annual, growth. And my challenge to you is your business growing at least 10% year over year? If you were in business selling shoes or groceries or anything, yogurt, whatever, if you were in any other business, and this is a business, if you were in any other business, you'd be looking at your books and you'd say, well, my business grew by so much this year. So I'm on a growth path. I'm moving forward in my business versus my business is shrinking. So my challenge to you is do what you need to do to grow your business at least 10% year over year. If you're brand new, that should be easy. If you've been in this business a long time, it's still the challenge, and you should still be looking to grow your business. Become a certified Relive distributor. And again, I mentioned this before, I think it's really a vital part of onboarding. When you bring a person on, and whether they come in as a quick start or whether they come in as a Relive Master affiliate, get them certified. And it's just a great process to help them learn more about the company and get to know the company better. So you learn about the company, you learn about the Relive products, the Fit 3 program, our weight loss program, which is more than just products. There's a whole system behind it. How we make money at Relive, and I think that's important to understand, vitally important. The opportunities presentation, how to utilize that best to grow your business. The Distributor Resource Center online, how that can help you. How to market and brand your business and do it properly and ethically. The Relive Web Bundle, how that's an amazing tool to help grow your business and actually see how your business is growing using the dashboard and using genealogy. And finally, the compliance guidelines. And again, how to do this business in an ethical way that we stay within the confines of the FTC, and we don't get ourselves both personally or the company in trouble by making claims and doing things we should not do that are unethical. Stay plugged in this business. I think that is also a vital point. If you're doing this business as a business, stay connected to your business. It's important to know what's going on month after month, how the bonuses are changing, what new things are coming out, new products. We've had some amazing new products, folks. I mean, if you haven't been watching, we've just released 2 new products in the last few months. A new kids product, the kids now 1 product. I mean, it's a low sugar product. It's a great balance to the other kids product. And there's a great video with Peter Grisham talking about the benefits of using that product in combination with the other classic now, so to speak, the one that's been around for so long. Man, my grandkids love those products, just absolutely love those products. And I think every child should be on Relive Now. I think we could help our kids so much, whether it be through in their schooling, with their attention, their overall wellness and growth. It's just something I'm very high on, that I think every child should be on Relive for Kids. But make sure you're connecting with the meetings, trainings, special events that are going on. There's a special event today in Ohio. The podcasts that come out, e-blasts, special media, social media posts that come out. We see Relive all the time on Facebook, Instagram, and other places. The website obviously has great tools, the mobile app. Make sure you're also, first of the month, watch the Engage video, whether it be Tom or Ryan. They get on and really give you a great start to the month. They talk about major changes, promotions, things like that. You really want to know what's going on at Relive so that you can gear your business to those special promotions and special opportunities. The story calls, there are some great story calls being done constantly. There are set times. There are great opportunities to constantly plug people into the Relive system. So stay connected to these things. I think they're vital. Here's one of them coming up next year, and you're going to want to put this on your calendar right now. Save the date, April 22nd, 23rd in St. Louis, the Relive Live Conference. We haven't gotten together, folks, since Dallas 2 years ago. And I am so looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a great opportunity. I think we all need to get together face to face again. It's been a long time. It's been a drought, and I'm dying to get together with all my Relive friends. So put that on your calendar. And here's something that I think we need to all be aware of, and a great way to get to St. Louis next year. And that is the Win Your Way to Conference program or bonus that is going on right now. I was about ready to say early on that we typically have the top 3 bonus, where you can win amazing cash prizes, just being one of the top volumes in the country. Well, here's a way that not only you can win an amazing prize by being one of those top volumes, but you don't have to be one of the top 3. We're actually going to go for the top 10. So let's talk about the qualifications and the benefits of winning your way to conference. So the top 10 new volume PGPV combined for November and December, and this is why you really want to get busy in these last 2 months, November, December, will win round trip travel and accommodations for 2 nights in St. Louis. Wow, that's a great little prize. That's a great little bonus right there, to be the top 10 new volumes in the next 2 months. So it's not just top 3. We've expanded it so we have 10 people will get this top prize. How about advancing to senior master or presidential director in the next 2 months? Well, while you're building your business to go for one of those top 10 volumes in November and December, well, why not take it up a notch and move to senior or master director? This would be a great opportunity to build your business and be rewarded again with round trip travel and accommodations for 2 nights. Achieve promo 1, 2, or 3. Now you notice I said or 3. It's not, you don't have to achieve all 3. But if you achieve either promo 1, 2, or 3, or any combination, your name will be entered into a drawing for 5 spots that will be drawn. And each of those will be competing for 2 nights paid in St. Louis. Again, great little bonus right there. So for each preferred customer on auto ship, which I think is something we really need to pay attention to, folks, is getting people registered for that preferred customer auto ship position. They get a better discount on their products, but you get the confidence that they're going to be ordering month after month after month. And again, sign somebody up as a preferred customer on auto ship, and you also will be put in a drawing. You can have as many entries in there as you have preferred customers that you sign up. And again, you can go for 2 free nights in St. Louis. And finally, all 2021 US Global Ambassadors will receive accommodations for 2 nights. So if you already are a global ambassador, first of all, congratulations on achieving this prestigious position. It's an amazing accomplishment, and you're going to certainly be rewarded for doing that. But any new people who achieve Global Ambassador in November and December, you too will receive 2 free nights of accommodations in St. Louis at the Relive Conference. And we all want to be there. All right. So you guys have a plan here. You know, you got to be kicking it here in November and December. You really finish this year strong. And finally, I mentioned learning the Relive compensation plan, how vital that is. Make sure you understand this. What I tell my brand new people is not only do you need to learn this, I want to see you just grab a blank piece of paper. You should be able to do this in a restaurant on a paper napkin. If somebody asks you, how do you make money? You should be able to jot it down so that they can understand it simply. So get to that point of clarity right away in your Relive business where you understand how we make money at Relive. And you can just basically go to a chalkboard, a paper napkin, wherever on the back of your hand, you could write out the Relive compensation plan very simply. When you understand it that clearly, then people are going to understand that you're really serious in this business and you know what you're doing. And you know what? People like to follow people who are successful, people who know what they're doing. We talked about staying connected. Here's a great way to stay connected. There is something going on pretty much every day of the week. And it gives you opportunities to constantly plug your new people in to some form of opportunity, whether it be a story call, an opportunity meeting, a training like we're having this morning, the coffee chats that go on on Wednesday mornings. There's all kinds of great opportunities to help plug people in, have them meet Relive people, and understand more about our business. So take advantage of these. The distributors who put these together. This is not company sponsored. These are dedicated distributors who put these calls together and manage them for the benefit of all. So great opportunity to take advantage of. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just plug in. So today I'm going to finish this training on a little different note. I think this is very vital, and I love the Win Your Way contest because it fits right into this. We are coming to the end of our business year. Okay, here we are. We have 2 months left of this year, and Relive kind of works on a fiscal year. So we're gonna close out at the end of January next year. So you've got 3 months in one sense to finish strong, but you also want to start the next year on the right footing. So time to finish this year strong and get set up for a great start to the new year. And here's a few things I think you need to take stock in. First of all, this is a great time to look back on 2021. And I know every one of you put goals together. You had certain milestones that you wish to accomplish in 2001. And it's a great opportunity to look back and see, well, how did I do? Well, am I still on track? Did I meet the goals that I expected? And maybe understand why you didn't. This is not an opportunity or this is not a time to make excuses or come up with all the reasons why you didn't. It really is more an opportunity to look back and say, well, did I meet these goals? And if not, what do I need to change to be able to achieve the things that I want to achieve? And I think it's also a good time to acknowledge achievements, things that you did achieve, the milestones that you did. If you bumped up a notch, if you moved to key director this past year, and that was your goal, congratulate yourself. You did something amazing. If you moved on to senior or master, or maybe you hit presidential this year, what an amazing accomplishment that is. Or maybe you are a global ambassador going into the new year. Wow, amazing. Congratulations. So acknowledge your achievements also and the achievements of your team. But here's something I think you should consider too. Even if you have fallen behind in your goals for this year, and this year has been a rocky year. There's been a lot of things, unpredictable things that have happened, obviously. And we've persevered and we move forward. But what one thing can you do right now to end your year with a bang? what one thing left? If maybe you didn't hit all your goals, but what one thing can you do in November and December to end this year really big? And I think the Win Your Way to St. Louis contest is a great catalyst, is a great fuel to make that happen. You not only can you end the year strong, but you can be rewarded for doing it. So put a plan together, if you haven't already, on how you are going to end November, December really, really strong on your business and build momentum into the next year. Prioritize and compartmentalize. What I mean by that really is, if you're going to do this, there's a lot of things coming up in the next 2 months with the holidays. We have Thanksgiving right around the corner. We have Hanukkah and Christmas and other holidays that are going to be coming up, and within these next 2 months and into the new year. Think about how badly you really want to make that impression. How strong do you want to finish this year? And then you need to set the time aside. You need to decide how important it is and prioritize your business activities versus all the social and fun activities that are going to be happening over the next 2 years. 2 months, I'm sorry, so that you can actually accomplish this. Put your goal down on paper. What it is you want to accomplish, and put the strategy together on how to make that happen. And then dedicate the time to do it. And follow up to win. I think this is a great opportunity to go back. Look back in your year in review and the people you talked to, the various prospects that you've spoken with, and maybe you put them in the parking lot. It was kind of not a good time now, but maybe later. This is a good time to go back and review all those people and talk to them again. Maybe they become the catalyst that helps fuel your year-end surge. That maybe now is the right time. So go back and follow up with those people and show gratitude. I think this is also a great time of year to look back and on where you've been this year, the changes that have happened, the benefits that have come your way. This has been a tough year for a lot of people. And I think it's a great time to show gratitude. And it could be gratitude to your team around you for the great year that you've had, and the camaraderie and the relationships you built together. It could be to the company through the Cologris Foundation, and being able to show gratitude to others for that your life has been good and maybe better than others, and you can help share some of that prosperity with somebody else. I think this is just a great time. I'm a big believer that when you give, things come back to you. Then now is a great time to show gratitude to others. I also want to talk about requalification that comes at the end of the year. And requalification, just briefly, is if you are a master affiliate and you've been in this business more than a year, then you need to requalify. And to requalify, what we mean by that is, at some point during this past year, you would have needed to requalify by doing at least 5,000 in PGPV volume in a single month, or had 2 consecutive months of 3,000 PGPV or more, 2 consecutive months in a row, or you brought in a new master affiliate, and through that you had more than 5,000 PGPV in volume. If you haven't done one of those things, then it's very possible you need to requalify. And the requalification period goes to January 31st, 2022. So you need to accomplish one of those actions before January 31st, 2022. And you need to make sure that your team is also requalified. You want to make sure that all the master affiliates that are part of your team are also coming with you into the new year as master affiliates. You don't want any of them to fall behind. So we need to make sure that your team gets requalified. If you haven't done this, this is a great way to determine who in your team still needs to be requalified, and make sure that you're requalified too. And so you sign into relive.com, and then you go to dashboard from the drop-down menu that's in the upper right-hand corner. You'll see a list of various things. There's dashboard, genealogy, statements, things like that. Go to dashboard. And from the dashboard menu, off on the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a tab says reports, and click on the reports. And then over on the left-hand side, you'll see a list of customized reports that are there for you, and select the one that says requals. And up will come all your master affiliates or your organization. And you'll see the various categories on there, but one of them along the top, the heading on the top will be requal, requal. And it'll be basically a yes or no underneath it. If you click on the heading, a drop-down menu will allow you to see both yes and no, and you want to select no. And by doing that, what will happen is all those people in your organization, your master affiliates in your organization, will come to the top of the spreadsheet. And you'll see the people in your organization that have not yet requalified their master affiliate position. These are the people you need to call. Don't just send a note, don't just send a text, get on the phone with these people. And if it's somebody you haven't spoken with in a while, introduce yourself and talk to them. You want to bring your organization all the way into the new year with you. And you don't want people falling away. So this is a great opportunity to go through your organization. The reason I do it, I like a lot of people who've been around Relive for a long time, organizations are rather large. And so, working through this process, you get to get a really good snapshot of who in your organization needs to requalify. And we've got 3 months to do it. So for instance, for those people who are doing the 2 consecutive months back to back, it can be a November, December, or a December, January, but your options are running out. So it's a good time to have those conversations now to get people requalified in their master affiliate positions. Now, we want to finish the year strong, obviously, but we also want to take that momentum into the new year. And so starting the new year, you need to have a plan of action. You need to put your goals together for 2022 so that you know where you're going to go. And so you start your goal setting now. Don't wait. This is something, again, that you can be doing over the next 2 months. You can do it individually. You can do it with your team together, and decide what it is you want out of 2022. Where you want to go. Where do you want to be at the end of this next year? So you break it down. You have your annual goal where you want to be, but you break it down quarterly and you break it down into months. And you break it down so that it's in bite-sized pieces so that you can measure your progress along the way. Okay. And goal setting requires these 4 principles. And I think goal setting is relatively easy if you follow these 4 principles. Knowing what you want to accomplish first. I mean, you can't get started unless you know where you're going, right? And then how you expect to accomplish it. What plan of action, what strategy do you need to employ to get to where you want to go? And when you expect to accomplish it. As you build out those monthly and quarterly milestones along the way, you need to know what you're going to do month to month and quarterly, and where at the end of the year. So you need a time frame around it. It cannot be nebulous. It can't be just whenever I get around to it. You need to be time bound so that you can work to that time frame. And finally, to whom will you be accountable? And I believe accountability is important in goal setting. It's not something you say in the dark. I think it's something you say out loud and you share with other people. These are my goals. This is what I'm going to accomplish. This is how I'm going to accomplish it. It really comes down to this. What you want to accomplish. I mean, you need to be specific when you're writing this out, and you do need to write it down, by the way. This is not something you can just put in the back of your mind. Write it down, look at it, put it on a dream board, whatever your thing is, tack it on your refrigerator. You need to see this and follow it. So what is it you want to accomplish? Very specific. The time frame in which you expect to accomplish your goal, and how you are going to accomplish your goal. And that is your plan of action. That's your strategy to accomplish it. And then finally, the accountability. Share with somebody you trust, somebody who you value. It could be your upline, it could be somebody's sideline, it could be a best friend, whoever it is. In fact, the person doesn't actually even have to be in Relive. It better if they are, so they understand some of the things you're going through, but somebody you trust, somebody who will hold you accountable to those milestones that you've set out, and kind of hold you to task a little bit if you need it. It's one of, I think about some of the things we do in life, or we've heard in life, Weight Watchers as an example. I got to thinking about this. People used to, have to report in, their weekly or monthly or whatever. I was never part of Weight Watchers, but one of the things about it was getting together and sharing results. And we do that with Fit3 as an example, sharing results. And one of the reasons we do that is to hold ourselves accountable. To our goals. Did we go up a pound? Did we go down a pound? Whatever it be. We work our business goals the same way. We need to be held accountable to them. If we were employed, we would have a boss who would do that for us. But we're the boss, so we need to find a way of being accountable to our goals. And by doing that, I really think it helps people stay on track and actually have a greater level of success. Remove the obstacles in your life. Those things that are getting in your way right now, time to clear the decks. If you want to start 2022 fast, get all the stuff out, get the clutter in your life out. Think this is a great time to kind of reevaluate and do away with things that are holding you back. Review your objectives with your team. This is this kind of part about the accountability, but talk to your team about them. If you have a downline, go to them with your objectives and say, this is what I want to accomplish. And I think if we do this as a team, we can all level up. We can all grow our business month by month, quarter by quarter. Time to freshen up your stories. I think this is also a good time, your elevator speech. We get so used to telling our stories. And frankly, folks, I've heard some stories that were kind of reminiscent of those dolls that people used to have. You'd pull a string in the back or something, or touch something on them, and they would repeat the same thing over and over again, very robotically. I've heard a lot of stories that sound very robotic. Freshen them up. Time to look at your story and maybe tell it in a new way. Maybe you have some new results that you want to add to your story, but now's a good time, beginning of the new year, to freshen them up. Think about how you are meeting prospects right now. Could there be another way? If you haven't joined social media, maybe that's a space you want to look at. Maybe instead you want to join one of those meetup groups. I've got a French bulldog. There are tons of meetup groups for people with French bulldogs, and they just get together and they bring their dogs with them and have a great time together, and you get to meet new people. Find ways of meeting new people. Join a bocce team or whatever, a bowling league, or whatever you do, whatever is your passion. Get out and do something, and in doing so, meet new people, and they become a new audience, of possible new prospects for your business. But they also become friends too, and understand why you do this business. And I think this is, if you've lost track of this, I think this is also a good time to think about this. Why do you do Relive? What is your motivation? What is your passion? What is your why? Because understanding why it is you do this helps fuel you every day to move your business forward. I want great health. I want vitality. I want to have my best life ahead of me, not behind me. And as I said, as I'm going into my 70s, I want to live that vital, healthy life. I don't want anything holding me back. I want to be able to help my family have a better life ahead, my daughters, my grandchildren. And this business that I'm building with my wife is going to help us do that. Those are my passions. My family is my passion. And helping people do that is really what fuels me. So think about that. Now is a great time to do that as we start this new year fresh. And I'm going to leave you with this thought, and then I'm going to open it up to everybody. The things you need to finish the year strong are the exact same things you should have been doing all year long. The only difference is that time is no longer an ally, it's now your adversary. So go after it with passion, go after it and finish this year strong, finish on a high note, go into next year with momentum and build your business strong. So with that, who will you speak with today about Relive? I'm going to open up the lines. Anybody would like to share at this point and join us? I'd love to hear from you.
Great job, Richard. Kudos. This is a great job. You went into everything. So thank you so much.
Diane, thank you. Love hearing from you.
Thanks, Richard. Great
Everybody
job.
go out and make it a great Saturday, great weekend. Hey,
Wait a-
exciting things ahead.